For me, I wanted to know a little bit more about some of the parallels that I noticed in the beginning. In the first episode, you see him going through and trying to write an essay on Romeo and Juliet, and then he meets her at a party later that night, and that's kind of how it happens in Romeo and Juliet, where they meet at a party. And this is also based on adaptation. It's an adaptation of Judy Blume's novel. So I wanted to know if you could talk a bit about the literary themes there, and also just about this whole idea that especially with teenage love, there's this whole sort of sense of, oh, it's got to be forever. It's
Mm,
the one person that you meet in your teenage years. Can you go a bit into that a bit?
mm. I think literary wise, again, it's a testament to Mara's writing. I feel like she pulls from a lot of different pieces of life and of literary text. I mean, she's brilliant in the way that she takes and she absorbs and she creates and she kind of mixes it all together. And so, you're able to watch a screen or watch one of her shows and you see something different than I see it. And you're like, hey, but that was in Romeo and Juliet. So I think that's just the artistry of Mara Brock Akil. But to touch on to something like, that forever yearning of young people, feeling like this is their forever. I just think, I was talking to my friend, and a lot of people keep talking about Keisha and Justin and the discourse between the relationship. But if you think about when we were all in high school or middle school, we only had such a limited way of thinking. And so I think that, experience obviously creates growth, right? Like we can all look back and be like, why did I do that? Why would I do that back in high school? So these kids are in high school and they're learning. And so, you know, this relationship feels like it's life or death in a sense. It is their everything. It is their forever. It's all they know until they realize, like, oh, it's okay for this not to be my forever. So I think as the young audience, and I think it'll be this thing where they'll watch it, they'll take it one way in the space that they're at, and then they'll grow and hopefully revisit the show and be like, oh wow, they can really see themselves. And because that's something that even when I had my girlfriend back in high school, I could feel it was kind of like that. I felt like we were gonna get married. That you know what I mean, and have kids and like do the whole thing. And clearly we aren't. You know what I mean? So uh yeah.
I think maybe the literary aspect, like Michael was saying, Mara, they really do well. They such a great job with that. It's a
Mm,
writing team. It's a writing room. It's a number of writers, and they really do the homework. And whenever you have a project that's based on a book, it has good roots. So the reference points are just enriched already. And also when the actors are making the project, like you've seen the parallels as the viewer of Shakespeare to Forever. That's beautiful because we're in the forest with the trees kind of things
mm,
to some of the aspects of it, right? You guys will experience something we didn't experience. We don't need a lot of this ain't even shot. When you shoot a program, it's shot out of succession. It's not shot, so we see it for the first time too, you know, and you could forget, oh wow, yeah, that's right. That's Romeo and Juliet. They did meet like that. This did happen. So I appreciate that, Nancy. Like I really do. I appreciate that. That's well seen. Well seen. Well seen. Yeah.